Welcome to Building with BORA. I'm Gould, and today we're going to be building a beautiful raised planter box. You ever been planting stuff in your garden, kneeling down, hurting your back? Not today. We're going to get you off the ground and those in the ground, above ground. Now to construct our box, we're going to need 14 pieces of this. This is a 1x4 cedar plank. You can use different types of wood. I like cedar because it smells delicious. Other thing you're going to need, a box of screws. We chose 2-inch. You can use whatever you want. Next thing you're going to need is professional level weed barrier. A roll of chicken wire. Maybe you can find a smaller piece, but this is what they sell at Lowe's, so you're going to have to buy the whole roll. You're also going to need some flowers. We chose, what brand of flowers are these? Orange lilies, because, you know, BORA's orange. You only need a few tools to put this together. You're gonna need a drill or driver, a pencil, tape measure, staple gun, some wire cutters, and a carpenter square. This is a fairly easy process. The first step is measuring and cutting all these pieces. We're gonna need 13 pieces that are, I forgot the numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. So we're gonna cut these into 24-inch sections. We need 13 pieces that are 24 inches long. We need 6 pieces that are 48 inches long, and we need 8 pieces that are 32 inches long. Since I had to cut about 13 of these bad boys, I set up a stopwatch. All you gotta do is clamp a piece of wood to about the distance you need. Doesn't have to be perfect, just make it as good as you can. These are all 24 inches long. These are gonna be these sides. We're gonna stack them up, make them the sides of our planter box. They're also gonna be the bottom. So if you look at the plans, these slats are gonna go all along the bottom, and then you put the landscape fabric on top of that, you got yourself a planter box, baby. So the next thing we need to cut, we need to cut these roughly in half to make the front and the back of our box. Now we got the fronts of our box. Next piece we're gonna cut is the legs. We're gonna make those 32 inches long. Somebody knocked over some wood. That's okay because it's wood. You can knock over wood if you want, it actually doesn't matter. I'm thinking we ought to pre-drill these. What do you think? We should pre-drill them. Because you know why? We don't want to split them. Because look, this isn't my wood. I'm a guest in this workshop. So if I mess up, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get kicked out. And we don't want to get kicked out. We want to finish this build. Because I'm actually going to steal this and put it in my yard. Just don't tell them. Oh, I'm mic'd up. They heard all that. That was a joke. I'm not actually stealing anything. Yeah, no, that was just a funny joke. Yeah. No, we can cut for a minute. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'm just gonna go put these, back where I got them. I got a lot of stuff in my pockets. I'm gonna go put back where I found it, too. So just hold on. For the next order of business, we're gonna build the legs. What we need to do is clamp these and attach these in an L shape. What this is gonna do, make sure your planter bed doesn't fall over. It's like top 3 most important things. So what I've got here is a beautiful set of BORA clamps that will allow me to clamp this at said L shape. Look at that. Get a close shot of that. Look how beautiful that is. Now what I can do, come in here. I can drill these bad boys out. You always got to do that. Carry the 317 more times. Probably 4 screws in each one. And if you wanted to, you could go Western and not pre-drill. But I don't want to take that risk. Not today. Not on a Friday. Can't handle that sort of stress in my life. Look at that. Just like that. We've got a leg, dude. Look at that. L-shaped leg. What are you gonna do about that? I chose to put the rough side out. You can put the smooth side out. Totally up to you. Dropped a clamp. Look at that, leg number 2, baby. Now the cool thing about this project is it's fairly easy for any level. You don't have to be an expert. You can pretty much get everything you need at a Lowe's or Home Depot. And as you can see, it doesn't take that long. And there we have it, our 4 legs. L-shaped, leggy. These are gonna be about like this. Pretty much there. We're like halfway there, maybe a little less. So let's get to building the front and sides. So we're going to be screwing into the end of these boards. So we want to make sure that there's no staples sticking out, because that will hinder our ability to screw things into them. We need 3 of the ones we cut at 48 inches. Oh my God. Pro tip, get better pliers. If only BORA made pliers. I bet they'd be really good. Dude, good to go. So then we're gonna build the box part of the box. That involves screwing these together at a larger L, similar to the legs, just, you know, uppercase. We're just waiting on the bench dogs. The dogs. So we're gonna do is take these BORA bench dogs. I don't know if that's the real name, but that's what I'm calling them. Hit that in at a solid 90 degrees. That's going to hold us in a perfect spot. Look at that. When you're doing this, you want to make sure these are lined up and straight. Otherwise, it's not going to look right. All right, that's half our box. Now for the other side. Did it left-handed, just for you. Just for the camera guy. And look at that. We got box ready. Now we just gotta repeat this 3 more times. We're good to go. Bench dogs are great for when you don't have a friend to hold up your piece of wood. Because like some people out there don't have friends. I have friends, but some people might not. So this is good for those people. Take that, friends. Frame number 2. Look at this. Preview, box preview. Looks like a garden bed to me. Don't care what you say. Now all these are the same size, so they literally just stack on top of each other. Then what you do, come in with the legs we built earlier, and then you just screw this together, and that makes it It makes it all one, a whole cohesive part. So what we want to do, we want to drill a hole through this leg into each frame so that they're all connected. So what you can do is you can take a little scrap piece to give you an idea of how far in from the edge you need to be to make sure you're drilling in the right place to connect to these holes. Because you want to make sure that this bad boy ain't going to fall over on you. And that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. A place for your beautiful little plants to sit in the sunshine, grow tall, drink water, meet a bee. Just like that. You should do it from the other side too. Probably should. Here's the deal. I lied to you earlier in the video. I said we needed 6 pieces that were 48 inches long. I have a confession to make. We need 8, okay? So, you know what? I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But this planter box is about to be, because check this out. Take your last piece that's 48 inches long. You shove it right there. You screw it in. Bob's your uncle. So we're going to get this. This piece basically is going to hold a little snug over there. A little snug over there, boys. This piece is going to be screwed in. That's what's going to hold the slats on the bottom, which is going to hold the chicken wire, which is going to hold the landscaping fabric, which is going to hold the dirt, which is going to hold the flowers, which is going to hold our hopes and dreams. So this is an important piece. Let's get it put in. Little snug. Little snug. Cheat a little bit off of that bad boy. Like a glove. Dude, we got ourselves a planter box. Last step is to flip this bad boy over. Ba-doop. Ba-doop. Look at that. That's a box if I've ever seen one. Now, remember these we cut earlier? First part of the video? Slot right in. Come on. Look at this. I'd sleep in that for a night. 100%. You don't even have to screw them in. It's not like they're going to fall off or anything. So now it's as simple as putting some chicken wire and some landscape fabric. It turned out pretty sick, if I do say so myself. I think the BORA boys are going to be pretty happy. Least satisfying unwrapping of my life. Next order of business is getting the chicken wire down. So look at that. It's almost like we planned that. It fits perfectly. So I'm going to take a 2-foot, oh God, it's terrifying, section of chicken wire. Looks about right. And this is going to go on the bottom to make sure that none of the dirt falls out. So the chicken wire is going to give a little bit more strength to the landscaping fabric so that none of our precious soil falls out. I hope I got this right. I think we're just going to staple her down. Stapled. We take staples out, we put them back in. such is the way of life. Now, if you're smarter than me, you'd know how to use a stapler. But apparently I don't. That's stapled. Ow. Stapler is up and running again. Now, if you're smarter than me, you'll probably wear gloves doing this. Ow. Because it does kind of hurt, but that's okay. Love the extra bit. A good rule of thumb with stapling, you can never have too many staples. Another good rule of thumb is don't stipple your thumb. All right, last but not least, this weed fabric. This kind of depends on what you can get. Honestly, if you're just making one of these, go steal some from your neighbor's yard. They laid it down. Just go take a little bit. They won't miss it, I promise. I'm probably going to do 2 layers. So I'm going to double this. This is important because we want water to drain out of this, because we don't want there to be too much water collecting in the bottom, because then your roots will rot. We don't want rotten roots. We want healthy, dry roots. All right, don't need this anymore. So we're going to staple one end down, just like this. I'd sleep in there if I was a plant. How about you? All right, let's fill it with dirt. Now, with this being a 24 by 48 inch flower bed, you have room for lots of flowers. You can grow some vegetables, some shrubs, some trees, pretty much like a mini farm. Look at that. Look at that. Flower bed. All right. Next step, the most important part, let's plant some flowers. Gotta make sure, we got a lot of them coming in. So we gotta make sure that there's room for all of them. I'm trying to think. Make sure we have room for them all. I think they should all fit. All right, let's go. Bring in the flower truck. Yep, keep coming. Well, they only had one orange flower. It looks great. Like, I don't know what else you could say. So I hope you enjoyed this build. I think it's pretty easy to follow along. You can build one of these yourself. When you do, tag me, tag BORA. Go check out all the wonderful tools they have on their website or at Lowe's. We'll see you next time. Building with BORA.